What a great start.
Oh, chat.
Oh, chat.
Guess who's back? It's your boy, Phoenix Wright. Except not quite. He's still dead. Hospital. Is he dead? Is Phoenix dead or is he in the hospital? I literally don't remember. He's in the hospital, right? He's not dead.
You're not going to get rid of him that easily.
Yeah. But right now we're
Why
still.
do you sound so sad?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I could be playing Stardew Valley right now, or Borderlands 3, or Xenoverse, or Guilty Gear. A lot of games I could be playing right now. Instead, I'm here. Not that I am not happy to be here with you, Witchy. I'm very happy to be in a call with you. I just wish that we were in a call playing a better game. Alright. So as many of you have probably guessed by my despair, we're back with Ace Attorney. I know I missed a weekend of it, but I do plan on seeing this game through to the end, ill-advised as that may be. So, we have Witchy here, the absolute angel and blessing. So you all better be real damn thankful. As
I'm
always.
also known as Creature of Lies, as Jay called me on his last stream.
The Creature of Lies, to a degree. Though, more importantly right now is that they are very valuable support in this trial from above I must endure. Much like Hercules and his labors, I must complete the Ace Attorney trilogy, and so I shall.
Yeah, specifically, I am witnessing those streams just to make sure Jay won't completely lose his mind.
Yes. And with very little more I can do to brace myself, you all know the music, you all know this dance. Let's just get the hell back into it. Let's switch your capture over. I think by now I'd know to do that ahead of time, but I do not. Let's jump back in. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Case 5, Bridge to the Turnabout, Part 2-1, Trial. Let's give Miles Edgeworth a spin on the defense chair.
Let's fucking do it.
February 9th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Hi, Iris.
Hi, Iris. Oh my, Mr. Lewis feels that way about me? Oh yeah.
Oh, she's talking about Larry.
Yeah,
Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all.
No.
There's no time to be embarrassed. And like, Jesus, girl, you could do so much better.
I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not, and in any case, whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him. I will reach down his throat and pull it out with the rest of his guts.
You're like, tell me.
Jesus, Edgeworth. I don't like Larry.
Does that mean Mr. Lewis is the witness today?
Unfortunately, yes, we will have to continue talking to him.
Please, no.
No! Thank God! Oh dear. Well, I got worried for a second. No, thankfully, no. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand.
Oh, Sister Bikini.
There's no way that's her real name. She claims to have
That's
seen
the
the
temple
instant
name.
in which you carried out the crime. What was that?
It's her temple name. Obviously,
yeah, it's her Yeah, it's her temple name. What? We good?
Jane, stop the stream.
What?
You stop the stream.
Oh god. Oh god. We good?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Really worried for a second. Just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Dolan, correct?
You know, Mr. Edgeworth, the way you're asking me, I'm starting to think that I'm absolutely not sure. That is correct.
Look, that's what Wright told me to ask. I'm following instructions. Look, he wrote everything on this notepad.
Oh, okay. If it was for Mr. Wright, then okay. Obviously, I didn't do anything. right?
I don't fucking know. He told me to, so I think he does. Very well then.
Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes?
you are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed...
Look, why is everyone so concerned about this? Like, the only real issue is that he does not have defense. Like, is there like any lawyers in chat that can verify? There's like different training that's required for being a defense attorney. So I think the issue here is that he's not qualified, and not that like you're a prosecutor. You can't have any other law job other than that. You can't possibly think people are innocent. Don't worry, I've made the necessary arrangements. I will be wearing these funny glasses the entire time. Look, they've got a mustache and a nose. I'll be completely unidentifiable.
It suits you very well.
Edgeworth in the Groucho Marx glasses.
Dear God, I mentioned that.
I see. Oh yes, of course you do see, but you won't see me for long. Iris. It is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. Right now, I am a defense attorney. Defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once. And we're just going to keep calling him my friend for now.
You know, he's calling him his friend just in front of Iris. He's hiding his true feelings.
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself. Whether or not I am fit to do the task I have been entrusted.
Very well then. I'll leave my defense in your capable hands.
They are very capable.
They're big and strong.
You know, for a long time I thought I'd shot my own father with these hands. They could do many things. I didn't in the end, but that's a whole thing.
Is it too late to hire another lawyer?
No! Yes it is. Get in. February 9th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 7.
Oh.
Nope, I'm on the wrong side of the room. Sorry, instinct.
Oh, it's this judge again.
Who is... You have the same voice. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, he's wearing the attorney's badge.
The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. So I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. Prosecutor's chair can only mean the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. I'll try a different voice for this judge. It seems this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time. Court finds the defendant.
Objection!
Oh no. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Of course it's you.
The prosecution stands ready.
I'm going to shoot myself. And you are...
Francis Cavalcama, persecuting prodigy.
the only good path of justice for all. Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. I can guess.
Shut in the dark, Your Honor. Legends are a thing of the past. I am von Karma, that is all.
Edgeworth is like just trying really hard not to make eye contact. Like,
Again, what?
turned to
Not
the side
looking-
and blocking his face with his hand. He's like, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Upon a special request, I flew in today for a purpose to prosecuting this case.
Oh, a special request, fantastic. You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, he is wearing the badge.
Yeah, I told you.
That's adorable. Yes, Your Honor. I'm almost certain I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things? Very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor.
I am the defense attorney.
Miles is a very common name. There is a funny yellow fox that has the same name, you see? Perhaps you've gotten me confused with him. Oh yes, I believe I am thinking of that fox, yes. Miss Von Karma, do you have anything to say?
There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office.
Well, it's lovely to see you too, Francisca. There
I'm going
isn't. I'm sure. As before in this courtroom. Ah!
Shut up or I will whip the shit out of you. I told you there is no such weakling.
I feel like you could use a different word, Francisca.
Shut the fuck up.
Is that a whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip and... I have no objection to the whip. That's... Edward, you don't... What? That's because she hasn't used it on you yet. You don't? The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. There is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today.
This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth.
Oh yes, that's my name, don't wear it out. I do that, right? Felix told me to say that. Mr. Wright. Wright told me to say that.
I had expected to face Phoenix Wright here today.
Well, fucking cry about it.
Well, I still have a whip, you know, so it would shut the fuck up if I were you.
Not if I duck under the desk like this. Try and
But
get me
look
now,
at you
Francisca.
now.
I'm completely untouchable. Look at that. Master of strategy, Miles Edgeworth.
Like whips him.
Like whips his fingers. Ow! Fucking... Oh! Always forget about the fingers.
But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers.
Good luck, I'm very slippery. I see you brought your flair for the histrionic. Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court. Oh right, because this isn't the judge we usually have.
Yeah, he's not used to that such a thing, but
He's
now
not
we
used
just
to being in
witnessed
an Ace Attorney game.
Yeah, but now we're just witnessing siblings having a quarrel in the courtroom. The stage is set. Now continue with your proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, please give an outline of this case. With as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. Oof, that's brutal.
Jesus.
Her body was found in Hazakura Temple courtyard. He had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from golden statue.
Sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene.
There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand.
Oh shit.
So it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney.
Let the circus begin. Oh.
Could someone get her a box or something?
Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Hold on here. I'm not sure if I'm... I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight.
She is standing nice and straight.
If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain-plagued witnesses. Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please. Ah, that's better.
Yeah. Once again, your name and occupation, please.
I don't say like that, do I? She sounds awfully mean.
Little old me? Well, I'm the head of Hazakura Temple of Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet you, everyone.
But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now.
Shut
No, it's her temple name. Look, we've done this song and dance before. It's a whole thing. Just roll with it. Oh!
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment.
Oh my god, you pretentious bitch.
It doesn't matter if she's wearing bikini or not. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once.
Oh my, just call him a creep and tell him to shut up, Francisca, I swear to God. You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist, let me tell you. I am assigned to behold in summer.
Oh, well, that's an image I'm never going to escape.
Yeah.
In any case, moving swiftly along. Witness, I hear you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest.
There is no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Isn't she taller than you?
But
Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh? Oh, he's got a Canadian. No, that's not Canada. That's fucking. You know what? We're giving him a thick Irish accent because I've played a lot of Borderlands 3 and I love Zane.
thick Irish accent? No, that's an interesting.
They thought I was helping an acolyte of her training in a temple, but... Well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently.
Oh, she just like me for real.
Oh boy.
So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the Hazakura temple. There is no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it.
Huh.
Well, it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple. Oh, this is way more fun. Hell, oh, I'm doing this. This is way better.
Yes! You could say that! Oh my god, what happened to my voice?
If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed in the inner temple.
That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made.
There is only one problem with the testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at first puddle now, are you, Miles Edgeworth?
You can call me...
I can call you whatever the fuck I want.
I know, but I'd really prefer you use something other than my full name. Oh god,
Okay,
did you do
I'm
this
just
to
going
Wright?
to call you a fool.
God, how did Wright not strangle you? That is really annoying. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination.
The only person who's going to strangle in sexy ways, you Miles Edgeworth. That's when I saw it.
Left Iris to help the acolyte return, but Iris never went to help her.
Yeah, she went to her room after ringing the bells for lights out.
Objection!
Objection!
Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well, don't worry. I am more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hazakura Temple.
In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No!
She said that? A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her bag.
Objection, her back was very well covered. The robe is rather thick, you see. But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed on the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
Yeah, she does indeed have honest eyes. Ah!
All people lie, that is my belief.
I'm not going to read into that at the moment. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Oh, dear. Anyway,
everyone.
neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie, which means we must call your memory into question.
Dear. You're older than me and yet you want to play the game, don't you?
Oh, well, that isn't exactly what I...
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter.
Oh, well then. I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you're going to question the memory of this witness, you'll need to show me more than a decisive... You'll need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick. Please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. I know it's supposed to be a Canadian accent, but this one just... This one still works. Please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. And let's return to the cross-examination.
Irish accent killing people. And I was helping the acolyte. Just exactly as she'd been in dinner. Huh.
But didn't... She gave her hood to Phoenix.
But, yeah, the hood. She wasn't there in the hood at the time.
Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant who you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct?
Of course.
Oh, you...
It is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. What? Wait a minute.
Does that one take you a second?
Hold it right here. Why do you have that?
My man gave it to me. That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma?
Oh, you fuck.
I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the lights out bell was rung.
What?
Stop!
You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw should have been missing this very hood.
Well.
Oh my god, she's so small.
Bad feeling at all exposing contradictions like this. It does feel nice to be on the other end of this. Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. Adorable, happy smile. Focus, Edgeworth.
Okay.
Water in the... Ah!
Sister.
This hood. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you?
Spares? Well... I do tend to make too many of them.
Oh, I see! A stockpile! A surplus of hoods, eh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Listen, this is quite strange. Ah!
If there was a surplus of hoods,
Oh,
there
shit.
is no contradiction here. Oh, it's okay, it's okay.
I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily.
What is this
Discrepancies
power
such as
I'm
this
feeling?
will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness. Well, I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt. You must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this.
Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Sweet, delicious fruit of justice. What sort of fruit? Perhaps a pomegranate? Or a mango? No, milder. contradictory
You're surely enjoying the
stimulation.
game, don't you, Jay?
I'll think of something. What?
Nothing, it's nothing.
I'm having a lot of fun reading Edgeworth like a Kingdom Hearts villain.
I finished my bath around 11 o'clock, and
well
I
put,
thought I should
chat.
return to the...
Chat just someone in chat just put A. Well said, chat. I agree.
Indeed, chat.
Well put. Alright. Sorry.
Finished my bath around 11 o'clock, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look, and Iris was
Mystically, Elise, and with that sort of all things. Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
Hold on. Oh, it's aha. I was trying to say aha. Now hold on. A familiar sense is tingling. Yes. The autopsy report. Blood from the stab of the back and then fell after her death. She's got it in the wrong order.
Body fell from 10-foot hey. Oh my god.
Yeah, you saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? I was in your place. Much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. He's seen it all from this very chair. Something like that. This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe.
I would look the fool if I were commented on such foolishness. Commented on such foolishness. Thank you.
Still really like that word, don't you?
Foolish fool. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? See, when I call people by their last name, it's because I'm an attractive rival character. You're just frustrating, Francisca.
Can I finish my turn? Okay, so we know
drop the
exactly what to
autopsy
press.
report on that fifth one. That's the Edgeworth special. Autopsy report.
It's not updated because we didn't have enough time.
Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say, anyway.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
The autopsy report?
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. Oh, that's right! It says after death right here. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? That's a fucking great! Arthur! Oh, the victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Wouldn't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Donham's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Oh, well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? Ah!
Sorry, there wasn't. Just shut the fuck up! No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, there's no blood in the— Ah!
I think you're doing too much whipping. I'm sure there's no need for me to go over that. As I'm sure your honor is well aware. When a star wound produces the most blood,
It produces the most blood.
very little blood is actually lost at the moment of blade insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed, with the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. Oh, that's true! A weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking. But this sword is so fucked!
It has 7 branches!
Yeah, it's like a fucking cactus sword! Look at this thing!
We have to come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. Well, that's a fucked up image and my mind just appeared.
Uh-oh.
This removes all of the contradictions.
Bikini on the
fucking
milk
Barbie
crate.
fell out the window.
Oh no. Order! 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 No, I must admit this is a probable version of events. I'd expect no less from Franziska von Karma.
Yeah.
Locates and takes control of every vital point. My teams! We need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please, remain standing on the crate!
No. Don't go selling me short now. The way to winter snow was bend me out of shape.
Well, yes, that's why we gave you the crate.
Especially my back and my mood. Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you Ross a message once we're finished here.
That is an
I'm
image I would
astonished.
like to have not put in my brain. With the whip.
Oh boy. Alright. Franziska is
Franziska,
unusually
the-
kind
The
today.
vigorous massage is terrifying to hear from Franziska of all people.
When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. Why do you call her Mystic? She's not a spirit medium. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I awoke, Mr. Kemi was stabbing Mystic Elise from the back.
This all confirms Miss von Karma's theory.
Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection.
Oh, it worked out so well for your father, didn't it?
Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth.
Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that. Further details. Please.
Hold it!
Press that. And carefully, this is very important.
It's Iris we are talking about here, and thank you for rolling Worf. No. When I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Ellie's body.
Won't be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory.
The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped on the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth.
What was it? Hold on. Let me dig up my notes for a moment. Alright. When in doubt, press everything. Press everything.
Hold it!
So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood?
Now I see why Phoenix does it every time. That's right. Some of my heads pull out and onto Iris too. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room. and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
What? Clothes were blood-flecked as well? Fucking, why didn't she... Ugh! Does Wright have to deal with this too?
All the time.
That seems quite conclusive to me. I do. What's this point further? Hold on. Notes. Oh
Notes.
God. I've dropped my book. Oh no, I've dropped my notebook. Ouch. Press! Going back to your previous statement, you said that you saw little bleeding when the victim was stabbed, but now you say you saw the victim bleeding.
Well, I said what I saw is what I saw.
What did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day.
That must have been quite messy then, the sword is rather jagged. Pulling the sword out?
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling, it was more like it came out. Ugh. God, it's so disgusting.
You will have this statement in your testimony.
Oh, was that important?
Fucking yes! Jesus, lady! More important than you can imagine.
So the inside origin blade plunged into the hilt was moving blown off.
I don't fucking think so. First off, there's no way this thing is coming out clean. It's like, it's not, this is not coming out smoothly. Second, this didn't come up to the hilt.
Objection!
Oh, I'm a fucking genius. Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I'd like to think so. There are too many contradictions here.
What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar.
You're certainly wrong.
But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you.
I'm choosing to think of that as like being called a handsome young man by my dear old Meemaw. Not by a pass.
Witness, I will give you a permission to call him handsome boy whenever you like to make you feel the most uncomfortable.
Don't patronize me, Francisca.
No one cares about your feelings, Miles Edgeworth.
We'll care about how you're feelings when I punch you in the face. Those feelings being your face hurting.
Fucking try me.
I'm new to trash talk, alright? Give me a break. Normally I'm taking it and not... Fuck, I can't finish that joke.
Finish it.
I'm used to catching it and not pitching, Francisca. Oh god, Wright is so much better on the other end. Anywho, in the scene that the witness claims to have seen, those two words sound similar. Seen and seen. Funny.
See.
The weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. I should probably read those words a little differently. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What do you mean? Please explain your— Ah!
Explain yourself.
That's what I asked him to do! To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that.
Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble? I too may appear to be weak and frail.
And is that not the end of that sentence?
Don't fuck around, Miles Edgeworth. But I can crush men under my heel and make them web should I so choose.
Jesus, Francisca, this is a courtroom. Keep that in your bedroom. Well, the objection stands. I wept a little back there, I must admit. Not something I needed to know. It's not the only issue here. This sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt. Look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly.
That's,
We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding.
That's nothing more than a conjecture.
Fucking look at it, Francisca.
Yeah. Brother. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the shichishito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes lay it out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
The word sometimes should not go in your defense, Francisca. How did Manfred not teach you that from the start?
That doesn't sound like a perfect point to me. Yeah,
is-
if you wanna...
Objection!
I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction. That's right. I can go for more than one round. You've still got one more! This one is simple. If the sword really was thrust all the way into the hilt, is there only blood on the tip of it? If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword.
No!
Oh, this does feel good.
Bravo, Miles Edgeworth.
Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence.
I learned from the
Where'd you learn
best.
that? Just where'd you learn it? Oh wait, it does look familiar.
Yes,
in
the
some
only
way.
man who's ever beaten you, Francisca.
All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one if that.
That's a contradiction too, because you know at least one more.
Yeah.
But what does this all mean? You've proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but to come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is...
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shichishito. What?
a foolish idea born from a foolish mind of a hardly foolish fool.
Jesus, you learned that word at 12 and just never let go of it, did you, Francisca?
Just shut the hell up, don't you see?
Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon?
Well...
Duh.
It's because Mystic Amy was holding it.
Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shichishito was the murder weapon. Oh, I am caked up in that courtroom scene. I know that's not relevant, but like, I was just looking at my own portrait and Jesus.
Jesus, I'm rocking.
Holy hell.
So maybe the Shichishito was not a murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth.
It's fundamental to your case, Francisca.
Run.
We now
Oh my
have
God.
no... What?
I think she already realized she won't win this case. She just...
Yeah, she's just stalling. She's trying to annoy
Yeah, she's
Edgeworth
trying
into
to
giving up.
as hard as possible. But the sister here saw everything and just...
But no, she
is
didn't.
that?
Her entire testimony is predicated on her being stabbed when we know she isn't true.
You told us you told us yourself that you must have to trust doubt people because you're a prosecutor, and yet you're ready to trust her testimony? Like, what the fuck? She saw the defendant stab the victim with the stone-like object.
Well, that's true. Her response, Mr. Edgeworth. If that is so, I would like to hear the prosecution answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question. Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? Right, I've got you now, bitch. It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. Can you? Can you do it? Can you do it, Francisca? Is there something there, Francisca? I don't think there was. Answer that question, Miss Von Karma. I don't think she can. I don't think she can answer it at all.
I think you're enjoying the game only you have the chance to get life from this guy.
Bro, Edgeworth talks so much shit. It's awesome. Can you imagine like leaning over the desk, like tilting his head? Can you answer that question, Francisca? I don't think so.
She does her best to hold the tears.
It's like her knuckles are turning white on her whip.
No evidence of this kind was found.
Oh, there wasn't! Oh, well, that's strange. Oh, that's very odd. Alright, I'll stop. For now. Another mystery
you
to
made the
throw onto the
prosecution
player.
cry.
Yeah, that's not sweat. She's trying so hard not to cry.
She's crying with her face, like her entire face in her head.
Trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. Oh, for fuck's sake,
excuse me.
Bikini.
Did I say something?
No, I've already done my shit talking. That means I've won.
No! I just remembered something actually.
Oh.
Oh.
Why do I feel a great deal of dread now? Let me check my notes. If the witness says they just remembered something, you're fucked. Oh.
I guess I am fucked.
Well?
What is it, sister?
Oh no.
I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was it was just over there.
Would you please fucking get on with it?
What the?
What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean, maybe. I think I might know where the soul was disposed to.
Oh fuck. You what?
Well then, I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister.
Possible? What else could this old woman have seen? Did you see?
What?
And us!
What's the matter, Miles Edgeworth?
Don't do it. She hasn't started testifying yet. It might still be useless.
Uh-huh. I saw the murder around. I'm still talking in Francisco way, man. Sorry.
I saw the murder at around 11 o'clock. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate.
And there, I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used.
Oh, for
You have
fuck's sake.
snowmobile?
Snowmobile.
No.
It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those.
Oh no.
So,
Maybe they threw the weapon into the Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
Oh no.
oh.
This
This
could
doesn't
be...
look good.
I wonder if this particular urge to kill myself is what Phoenix has to deal with every time I deal with some bullshit like this.
Oh no.
Do the witness... I'll have to ask Wright if the witnesses do this every time.
Let me see. It must be in the notes.
Please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. What's with my back and my age, you know?
I don't think that's a reasonable explanation.
Yeah, that's not an excuse, lady. Quite.
Right.
They were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate.
Oh crap, they totally were.
Here is the photograph.
Oh no.
Oh, let's see it. Uh-huh.
Snowmobile, eh? I see. Certainly is an interesting theory.
Huh. The tank's been in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to the Dusky Bridge.
Oh boy.
It doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all.
Iris, you're fucked.
You're indeed fucked. That's also your pesky little. I didn't
Sorry.
finish it. No, it's okay, it's okay. The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Oh boy. Really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon. Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please.
Oh boy.
Location of the weapon. Murder 1 PM.
About the main gift. Maybe we should. Maybe they threw the weapon into the Eagle River. Well,
There's
not
also
that.
there's those footprints there too.
Oh yeah, the footprints.
Something else that bothers me. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. If snow was falling, wouldn't it have covered up the tracks by the time anyone woke up?
Yeah, that sounds logical.
No snow on the body either.
There's still footprints.
There are footprints.
Objection!
You're a genius.
I'm a genius! I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth.
However...
Oh no.
Oh dear God.
What are you going to pull this time again?
If what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks?
What do you mean?
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon in the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back.
What's going on? You're right. You're forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. And you think the track leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. But snow vacation weapon.
So, either... I actually don't remember the times for these things. Let me take a double check the autopsy report. I'm from 10 to 11. It wasn't snowing.
Para-para-pum-pum. You silly bitch! This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
Now it doesn't it? Oh, I see! Oh, she was at the river, the snow stopped. Even just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth?
Is there a flaw in her theory? Fucking yes, there is. We just read it out. The idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. There is a contradiction. The tracks to the river were covered by snow. It's a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible. I'm going to kill you.
Slowly realizing her fate.
I'm going to kill her.
Would you care to explain? Why there is a root index finger currently pointing in my general direction?
Because much like the last man to extend his index finger to you, I'm about to decimate your entire fucking theory. The evidence will do all of the talking for me. The night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge in order to dispose of the murder weapon. The outgoing tracks were erased by snow, or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow.
Look.
The weather data.
Yep.
Take that!
Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime.
Like I said, it was around 11.
As I suspected. Of course, this means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. Hello, G Studio. The weather report? Oh, the weather report! That's my favorite part of JoJo. How are you? I'm alright, G Studio. How are you? It started to fall at 7 PM, but it stopped around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 PM, the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Oh, no. Harder, harder! Oh, very well then. Looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. Ah! I'll be honest, you deserved that one, Your Honor.
It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow.
That one was worse, Francisca.
But Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things.
What?
But
How-
it worked!
It's evidence! How dare I use evidence? Jesus, you are Manfred's daughter.
Answer me this then. When is the weather report ever correct?
Fucking serious? Ah, no, you got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast, this is actual data.
Forecast, data, weather reports have some
Inaccuracies.
inaccuracies. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
so do witnesses, Francisca. A bit like yours.
It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 PM.
Well, it's true. We cannot be totally sure. Yes, we fucking can. What? How did she pull that off? It stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. We need to provide conclusive evidence of this. Come this far. No turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
Ha! You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Here is your evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed. This right here, because there's no snow.
There is no snow.
Take
hope
this,
it's
you
right.
silly bitch. Ultimately, it all comes... Oh god, wrong voice. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
That's right. But proving that is...
Exactly something I can do. In fact, it's incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception.
And that is...
The victim herself, Miss Elise Donham. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph there should be 2 sets of tracks. Harder, harder! Just what are you?
Just what are you suggesting, Mouth Edgeworth?
To be honest, I am not entirely sure myself. Oh god, the longer you stand on the defense chair, the more you start to think like Phoenix.
The one who takes the defense stand immediately turns into Phoenix.
This is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing.
Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow.
Then when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained.
Can I say something?
No, you've had plenty of opportunity to speak.
This all sounds a bit fishy to me.
It's your testimony.
Yeah. What does sister? There is only one gear of the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the nights in the question, we know the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder. Which can only mean that night Ares used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
There's gonna be some, like, stupid... I'm calling it right now. There's gonna be some stupid spirit medium ghost bullshit. It's like, someone's ghost possessed Elise Dotem and stabbed herself. And then Iris tried to pull the sword out and Bikini just misunderstood. Iris said
Bro,
she
let's
never
be
went
honest.
there.
This is an Ace Attorney.
This
You
game would
can't
absolutely
pull
pull
shit
some
like
dumb
that.
shit like this, but it's probably gonna pull something stupider.
Yeah.
I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance.
The snowmobile can cross the suspension bridge. So, she must have left in Sakura on the side. Huh. Then to the inner temple.
Sounds right.
But the odd is, when I left Ares and returned to the Hazakura temple, I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. You must have just failed to see, sister. Maybe. But when I made it back to the Hazakura temple... Oh, it was right there. It was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow too.
But that isn't possible.
Oh shit.
Harder, harder, harder in the cart! Oh, what does this all mean? So then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. Thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we've learned all we can from this witness.
Yes. I've nothing more to add. I've told you everything that I know.
Well, if then... Oh, well, that still leaves us with the same problem. There was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. A
Oh,
witness, huh?
No,
Was there no one else
Larry,
walking perhaps
please.
near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I don't think that's likely.
I'm getting a terrible feeling.
No. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only needed would go on wondering in that.
No. I know an
Unfortunately,
idiot.
We don't need you like that. Unless they had something really important to do. Oh no,
I know an idiot. Please no. Oh, well, that's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor,
Unfortunately,
I know just an idiot. Really?
you know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. Oh, god damn it. But there are two things about him that do come to mind. Which are, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second?
This individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot.
Who's the idiot you were talking about? And here you are, just thinking that Larry is in this case.
Take that!
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc Derodux, grind to obnoxious French painting. This is
Ew.
Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, at least don't. A student? Oh, interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? That's... I could tell them all about his designs for Iris. It may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason.
And so, for this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it when he saw?
I intend to extract that from him, right here in this courtroom. Summon this youth as a witness immediately!
I have no choice, do I?
I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Larry, I see you. Get down here. No! What do you
Don't
mean,
you try
no?
to save your
I don't
bitch.
wanna! Larry. May have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. I'm going to remove all of your blood.
Were you a vampire?
I'm going to separate you from your macronutrients. I will extract the protein and carbohydrates from your bloodstream. As well as the truth.
I have never heard anything more frightening than that.
Larry Butts, I will separate you into your base elements, so that I may reveal the truth. Court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. On Karma, please see to prepare the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Be continued. Alright. Doing fine so far. See, I like reading Edgeworth. I like reading for Edgeworth.
Your best boy.
I
Your
don't mind
favorite boy.
Phoenix. I like Phoenix, but yeah, it's nice to shake it up. That's why I like playing as Mia. Even if I didn't get to read. But you're excellent as Mia. Make no mistake.
Excuse me, Mr. Edward. I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris,
Perhaps
we
they
only have
would-
20 minutes. There are two things with which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Alright, I'll help you in any way I can.
Question 1. Are you, like, 100% sure you did not do it?
I am.
Because, like, I'm just saying. It really sounds like you did it. Question 2. What exactly is your relationship with Wright? No particular reason. First, about that night. You really didn't go to the temple, correct? The last listener claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edward, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. Second thing then. That night, the temple's snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall, and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There's only one key to the snowmobile.
This is established.
The only person who has used it was me.
Okay, that's not good for the case. You know,
But yeah, but you answered honestly. Maybe it will come out as alibi for you.
maybe. It was
Maybe.
you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh no!
Oh, more
How
of these
many-
fucking things! Oh, you've got to
Oh
be
my
fucking
God.
kidding me! Iris,
I can't tell you about that yet.
you are on trial for murder! There is
We're
literally
trying to
no other
defend
time
you.
you could tell
I did
me.
it if you would tell us the truth.
This is the time to tell me. And
Not until her safety is confirmed.
oh,
Or
huh?
mine? The safety of the acolyte.
Oh crap! Right, my niece. The acolyte, huh? Must be talking about Maya. Oh right, she's in a frozen cave.
Yeah,
Alright, that's it. As soon as Phoenix is out of prison, as out of the hospital, I'm campaigning for custody. He can't be trusted with these kids. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Donham?
I'm asking you the third time, like, holy shit. No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
Well, that's just not true. Because, like, we know this is Dahlia, and she's absolutely fucking killed people.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then would be another Cyclog.
That's true. As I thought, no Psychologs. I like that Edgeworth doesn't call them by the right name. He doesn't call them Cyclops. Because he doesn't know any of this shit. Very well. My job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Although actually, if this is Dahlia, then why aren't Cyclops appearing when she says she doesn't kill people? Because Dahlia's absolutely killed people.
Yeah, she killed a lot of people.
She almost killed Phoenix.
Yeah, if not directly, then she drove one of them at least to the suicide.
Yeah. Course will now reconvene. Oh, Miss Von Karma, where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Oh god damn it, Larry.
Larry, what the fuck did you do this
Suspicious
time?
behavior.
He was sketching something very intentionally.
Oh no. Oh, dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
I'm afraid I cannot show this image to the courtroom, Your Honor. He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious look.
Oh, well, big deal. I drew you all the time when we were kids.
Oh.
I can only presume that his intent was to capture you. Ah!
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an answer before the court.
I don't know, that sounds pretty akin to your likeness, Francisca.
Loris Donham, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
And that whip is going to see plenty more use today.
Yeah. Oh,
Ow!
your sketch is in the contempt of this court.
I'm pretty sure it's just in contempt of you, Francisca. Hey! I was just extensively. Ow!
You tried to run away from the belly. He was trying so hard. He was trying to hand you. Sabina, correct?
Look! I'm nothing but a fledgling artist, just trading out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term for the color, Viridian. Larry, Viridian is a shade of green. This isn't an art store, now is it? I know, I graduated junior high, okay? Barely. Even then it was a shock to me. Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say fieldwork. I hope.
That's it. Thanks, buddy.
Don't call me that.
Don't call me that.
It is sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. Much like how I can understand the mangled train wreck that is his life.
I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model.
Don't... Huh?
See? Now I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or, to use the technical term, Crimson Lake.
I will turn your
You know what?
flame-
I regret. Francisca, kill him.
I will turn you.
Ow!
Stop your pathetic blabbling and testify like a man.
Please refrain from whipping me, Vismon Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness, that was your fault. Testify, now! This is too much for me.
Okay, I can't believe I'm saying it, but nice job, Francisca.
Thank you, Francisca.
I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. Girl I was waiting for didn't show up. Teacher died on me. I'll run now. Aren't I, Edgy?
I'm going to kill you. You're going to die alone if you call me that name one more goddamn time.
I want...
Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony.
I'm a nobody, nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I?
You've never been more right in your entire life, Larry.
If you're waiting for one of us to disagree, Larry, we're going to be here for a long time.
Why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation? Or anything else?
Well, I introduced your name and fucking look at you. Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems quite to have quite a severe inferiority complex. I prefer to call it that he knows exactly what he is. Sometimes.
Sometimes, not always.
He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents, headaches. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people.
Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything. Every case. Watch out, okay? Just touch me will make you eternally unhappy.
I didn't even have to touch you. I just spoke to you once in grade school.
It was enough.
And that was all it took. Well, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square.
Except it's a whole rectangle just around Larry. Don't touch him.
The frightening aura.
Threatening? It's not threatening, more depressing.
Pathetic. Yeah, more
Pathetic aura.
more.
Didn't see anyone else on the bridge. You didn't meet anyone.
Right, because I got nothing to do with this. Not sure to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces. Now!
Even simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. What the fuck happened to your voice? He's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. Don't want this guy to cost us any more time. Just slice through his obvious contradictions and keep things moving along. Except he totally did meet with a guy.
I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night. Ah!
My friend since grade school fell from Dusky Bridge and is currently hospitalized. This isn't part of the profiles, this is just a picture of him I keep in my jacket.
So what are you looking at?
Larry Butts, I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. It was one worth throwing away. You're pretty pathetic and you cause all sorts of trouble.
I'm sorry.
But, having realized just how much of a nuisance you've been, it could be considered a step in the right direction.
Edgy, are you trying to console me?
No, I do not.
No, and in fact, actually, you've just taken that step backwards by calling me edgy. That certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create.
You're totally pinning this on me.
Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Mr. Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Felix Wright to report on it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts.
That's right, me, in the flesh.
Huh. Listen carefully, witness. Doesn't matter if you change your name. As long as you remain pretty pathetic, that reality will not change.
What do you want me to do then?
Larry, what you need to do is change your inner self. Seek therapy. But for now, what you saw that night. Testifying truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you.
Edgy.
What did I say? Francisca, give me the whip.
No.
Alright, then whip him.
Think
No.
I'm finally.
Oh, you sassy bitch.
Think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, not sure this will go especially well.
As opposed to all the other undertakings you've pursued in your life, which have gone spectacularly. I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
Don't yell at me.
Don't yell at me, bro.
I'll yell at you as much as I bloody like.
I'm very sensitive.
I'm an emotional soul, man. Went to the shack around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m. Lying under my bedding, when a white flash almost blinded me. Looked out on the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire. Still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
Oh, right, Nick. Name you will give him. If I should call him Nick. Maybe I'll try it next time I see him.
First, how was that you called Wright? Feeny? Oh god, that's worse.
That's worse. You sounded like
Alright,
quite a
sounds
lot,
good.
didn't you?
So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire?
I don't know what usually happens to bridges after they catch fire. Like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. Totally burnt out, like almost totally gone. He tried to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall.
Did he try to cross a burning bridge?
What did you say?
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
I never know if that meant if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
Well, he's got me, so he's quite lucky there. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you, Miles Edgeworth.
You're just jealous. Went to the shack around 9, so it would have been about 10:30. The betting when my flash almost blinded me. And But there was a period of time?
Can we look at the weather report?
Yeah.
What time was that?
Around 10:30.
Around 10:30.
So the lightning part tracks.
I guess there's still
But how-
light-
Why didn't he do anything? Like, because if the phone was right there, then you'd think he would have. Unless Nick was right there. Phoenix was right there. Wright was right there.
Right was that?
Wright was right. Wright was right
Right
there.
was-
I amused myself.
Yeah, well, Phoenix tried to cross the bridge to make sure if Maya was okay, and he left Larry to take a call. I don't know.
You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that?
Well, the lightning fell and the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes. I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out.
How far is the small shack you were in from the bridge?
Hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk.
And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there?
Yeah, like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids make during school camping trips can compare.
Should I press him for a little more info? Why didn't you call anyone?
Yeah.
Why did you go to the...
Larry, let me ask you one thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face?
Well, I just look like this. Why didn't
I
you
was
move?
born with that face.
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. There is a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct?
Larry.
Well, of course I thought of doing that.
Oh then, let's hear why you didn't.
Yeah, okay. Reason. My reason? It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone. I shouldn't have time to, okay? I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later.
Aww.
Hmm.
But, wait. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. So there's a 15-minute gap where we don't know what's going on. Because lightning struck the bridge, Nick shows up, talks to Larry, Phoenix runs across the bridge collapses. So
Nick
there's
falls
15
down like an idiot.
Except, Phoenix didn't run across a burning bridge. He ran across a bridge that had been burnt out. So there's a 15-minute gap where the fire died out. Ish. Where things are completely unaccounted for.
Objection!
A genius!
Your very existence being a contradiction!
Schwarf.
Holy shit, that's worth. I'm not sure if even you can grasp this or not.
Hey, Edge, you sound like some sort of alien.
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
This is much more simple, as are you. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct?
Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes at first, but more or less.
I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there around 11 p.m.
That all sounds right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act.
Please don't call it that. That is impossible.
What do you mean?
I'm about to tell you. 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time.
Ah, excuse me. I have an objection.
You do?
Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry. I'm Louise Donham. Gah!
It has not been proven that murder occurred at 11 p.m. Really?
What?
The sister only said around Francisca. That does. In which case, it could have been earlier than that.
Watch your footing there, Miss Francisca von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. But there is still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m.
And why not?
It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge, while it was being consumed by the flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive until after the flames had died down. Barry! You arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m., but Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes?
I feel like I just got brutally woken up by toilet splashback.
Oh,
That is a... Probably could have chosen a new metaphor.
I guess I was still sleeping after all.
Larry, you... So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that much of a problem.
Yeah, not much of a problem at all.
Quiet, you.
No one asked for your opinion.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness. Why didn't ya? Or are you simply there to watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty.
That's what it sounds like.
Ah, but this is Larry we are talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction.
Larry.
Ah, man. Edgy. It's about time I got serious with you, dude. Just as I thought. You've been playing with us this whole time. Listen, I'm gonna tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes. It's just... He just says it like I say it. I may really say it this time. Ah!
Then say it. I get
Very well.
it.
I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. Well, let's just have the witness finally give us the whole truth. Now, this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
I have a terrible feeling that
You're a
either
sad
Larry
little
is
boy,
not
Larry. You're a sad, sad little boy.
sad little boy.
Okay, we're gonna find out what Larry was doing in just a second. I'll be right
Yep.
back.
Yeah, I'm going to be.
I'm gonna take 5.
Enjoy the intense music, chat.
Okay. Here we are. We're just gonna kill some time. I'm gonna eat this burrito I got while we wait for Witchy to come back.
I am here.
Oh.
But you can still eat your burrito. Nothing. Yes, I got myself a little sandwich too. Ah. Dear God.
Okay, that's enough. Let's go. Let's find out what the hell Larry was doing.
What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up to a frenzy of art. Shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, flames got out and then he came running up.
I suppose artists can be strange folk.
Can confirm.
Right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch.
Including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last year notes? Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him.
You'll regret this, Edgy.
Oh,
Oh,
Larry.
I assure you, Larry, I already deeply regret this.
Hold it!
Sketching the burning bridge.
Burning bridge and everything that came with it.
What came with it?
Want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy?
I would like to hear as little
Larry.
as possible come from you, but you're my only
Larry,
option.
Larry, you don't want to say you set the bridge on fire.
Enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, witness.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
Oh, Larry.
That doesn't appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. I do. Terrible feeling that the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. Look at it!
Look at this. Look at this.
Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please?
Oh well. I couldn't have imagined it turn out like this.
Imagined what?
Marie Stonham's debut would take place here, today, like this.
Show it now.
Okay, but steel yourselves. This is the world of Laurie Stoneham.
Is that the body?
Why is it? That's the wrong direction.
Wait, what the Wait, I'm gonna... Is it just me or this picture is upside down?
I feel like it must be, but the suspension lines up. Well. So this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Like a large bridge, isn't it? A response, Miss Von Karma.
Yes, well... It's a better drawing than I expected.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did.
Yes, I'm sure you did. This is going to get ugly. Even uglier than Larry. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry?
What?
The burning bridge is fine. But what is that unfortunate-looking figure?
Ah, you spotted that? I thought you might.
However much I might want to ignore it, I can't.
It's Iris, of course. Iris.
What do you mean it's
Explain,
Iris?
Butts, now!
You should take better care of yourself. It's a plan for our future, you know?
Not that!
What would happen if you injured yourself flying like that?
Hold on, pause. What was that word?
What? Line like that? Larry, what did you just say?
10, Edgeworth. Be best and count to 10. Remember what your counselor told you.
I know you're acting like an idiot, but please,
4,
be cool.
5,
Cool.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still want to throttle him. This isn't working. Larry, please answer this next question honestly.
Okay.
Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames?
Yep, that's what I saw.
Okay.
That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist.
Hi! Ha! A girl. Oh, she's really high up in this picture. I'd like to also ask that question. Are you high, Larry? Oh, what was that for?
This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that fury.
Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly.
Actually, there is some precedent to this.
No, don't say it, Francisca. Don't you fucking say it. Okay, she didn't say it. I don't think.
Miles
I know what she was referring to.
Miles Edgeworth, I am just as traumatized as you after that circus case. Just
I wasn't even a part of it, and I had to think about it. Ugh. Wright told me about it in the hospital. I think it was more painful to him than falling through the bridge.
It was about 30 feet above the bridge at least. It was really something to see.
Yes, of course, she was 30 feet above the bridge. Of course, she was flying. Yes, she was flying. Of course, that's what was happening. Right, what the fuck have you got me into? Right. Iris is very fortunate that I'm doing this for Wright, because literally anyone else had asked me to do this, well, I would have said no from the start. Those. You know, actually, now that I think about it, I've seen people come back from the dead. This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to earth. What? Me? This is your friend, is he not? That's a very strong word. That's a loose interpretation of events. I certainly know his name.
accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth.
Accessory to an actual murderer, Francisca von Karma. In fact, the daughter of an actual murderer, Francisca von Karma.
Okay, you know what? I'm done whipping you. I'm going to shoot you now.
I'm going to shoot you. Let's get back to the cross-examination, by force if necessary. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the completely obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. Looks like I've got another reason to remember this moron.
Well, what do you think of my debut piece?
Get that thing away from me! Hurry up and cross-examine him! Ching. Now hold on. I have a very stupid idea.
Oh no.
Contradiction here is not that Iris was flying. The flying part is not the contradiction. The contradiction is that it wasn't Iris.
Objection!
Oh my fucking god.
Larry,
It was...
what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care.
Your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. Give you a whole $1 if that is the truth.
If that is truly the case, then there is only one thing we can say for certain. What might that be? That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris.
What? What do you mean? I don't understand.
A foolhardy fully of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim?
Well,
Nonetheless, Larry, according to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct?
Of course she was! That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. The hood is what told me that this angel floating my way was Iris. The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood.
I'm so sick of hearing you talk.
It seems there are bigger fools in this world than the one in the defendant's bench.
Wow, okay. Fucking... I thought we were attacking Larry here, but I guess you're still being a bitch. Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. You're an idiot. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. He had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took
What are you talking about?
I think you understand what I mean just fine.
Why did Nick have Iris's hood?
What?
Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick?
Why, you Nick, you dog! You don't know Wright very well, do you?
What's that mean?
You know, if you don't know, then I don't feel I should explain it. I believe this undeniably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited, and discarded. Straight into the garbage.
No!
Ow!
What is it now, witness?
Feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Edgy, today is the day I get to completely stupefy you.
Actually, you've surprised me many times over the course of this case. I've never realized a person can lack such basic cognitive functions. What is the meaning of your outburst, witness?
I'd have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence.
Definitive. Wow, that's a lot of syllables. Are you sure you know what that word means, Larry?
Evidence?
Iris did indeed come flying over the burned bridge. I, Maurice Stoneham, shall prove it.
She's dead.
I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality.
Hey, I hope you're ready, Edgy. I'm gonna feed you a whopping serving of pain.
Oh, you've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me. That was the joke I would make. That's just in the game.
Yes!
When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere half buried in the snow. Now I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night.
Well, actually,
A crystal sphere?
This one!
the
Pretty,
one that
isn't it?
was...
Finders keepers.
That sphere. Where did you find it? Here?
See, around here somewhere? Looks about right.
And it was half buried in the snow.
It had pretty much stopped snowing by then. There was still some falling as I walked to the bridge.
The court accepts this crystal sphere.
It's mine, okay? Want it back afterward.
Something on it. Oh my, it's blood! What? Blood?
Ready, Edgy? Or tomorrow morning you'll be calling me Master Larry.
What?
No one ever going
Yeah,
to
I like
call
the
you
sound of
that.
that. No one's gonna push me around anymore.
I'm going to push you off the cliff, Larry.
Francisco, if you don't whip him, I'm going to throw this chair at him. I want to be called the
You know what?
Donan
It
only a
was
few minutes
actually
ago.
we can do both.
Francisco, hold him down. I'm going to punch him. The only thing that can unite siblings. Beating up Larry.
Okay, I hope Francisca isn't going to have any lines because I am going to catch that.
Finding the crystal sphere. Okay, we know...
I am going to show you a real piece of work, Larry.
Yeah, it's this.
Yup,
Objection!
it's the sphere.
Larry, that night, there was someone who lost a crystal sphere.
There was? Who? Who was this stupid idiot?
Miss Elise Donham, the mentor to a stupid idiot.
The victim?
I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar-looking crystal sphere.
Hey! That's my photograph! Give it back! Ouch!
A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like that on my brooch.
You look nothing alike.
Yes, you're right, Edward.
In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff, found at the scene of the crime. Ah! Oh, the crystal sphere! It's gone!
What? 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 What?
Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. Most importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either. Then that means the one who flew, dropped her sphere, was the victim, Miss Elise Donham.
Preposterous. A fool alongside another fool of the fools arranged to reach a foolish conclusion.
You really need to find something like a new insult, Francisca, because it's funny, it's a neat bit, but like, it's getting old.
You want me to use a dick instead of fool? Because that would be my show. That would sound
I also think that would
funny.
raise the age rating of this game.
Yeah. You see now I use a fool. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected.
Can't do that. I saw it with my own two eyes!
And this crystal sphere. This is nothing more than a red herring.
You honestly believe that?
Give it some thought, and I'm sure you realized it as well, Miles Edward. Elise Donham was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to the Dusky Bridge. There was a reason, actually. She was looking for pearls.
Yeah.
Therefore, the sphere cannot be related to this case. That is all.
Unfortunately, Miles does not know that.
Objection!
Oh yeah.
Miss Francisca von Kamm. The only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns. There's only one of those
Looks like
in this
you-
courtroom.
And
Are you
standing
pointing at
right
me?
in front of me.
The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe that has nothing to do with this case?
The crystal sphere. It was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder. And why would anyone do
After
that?
the murder?
There is a blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent. Which is exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch.
What? You mean I'm the killer? No, what?
All joking aside,
That was you
just
joking?
wanted this. Francisca, I didn't know you can joke.
I didn't realize that was like a thing that your vocal cords allowed.
I can't pull shit like that. I'm my father's daughter. Just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case.
Joking is just humorous lying, and the Von Karma family is well versed in lies. Wait. Hold on. Can I have that stricken from the record?
No.
Makes a valid point. There's no evidence that Elise Donham left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? Your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere? But related to the case, this witness who you called will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time.
Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth.
Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place?
Yes, you can.
I have an idea.
What? Every time you...
Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. Simply prove it. That's the only option. That's what he'd do. Alright, I'm okay now. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You'll do what?
That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he's concerned.
That should come as no surprise. Right now, I am Phoenix Wright. I am indeed cornered. Though, of course, he has always won. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. You had Phoenix Wright cornered many times, Francisca. Let me ask you, how many times did it work out for you? I have an idea. Here's what we're gonna do.
Take that!
This crystal sphere, it was half buried in the snow, correct? That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it. That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly.
Knowing?
On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. Yeah! Oh, we got him.
Yeah!
As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body. Ah! Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder.
What? What?
Order! 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 On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could that have been? This sphere... there is some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge. Oh god, am I seriously proposing what I think I am? Fuck it, we're this far in, let's go.
Fucking weeble.
That's right here on the notepad. If you have a stupid idea, and you think it might work, fucking weeball. Those were Wright's exact words to me.
The murder didn't take place in Hazakona Temple courtyard? Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness.
A fool like Phoenix Wright. Just who is the fool? And which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma?
Have you been paying any attention to this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything, and she saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
That's not exactly true, now is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body.
That's the same thing.
Really, Francisca? No,
Really?
it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, they like pointing at each other thinking
Yeah,
it's
they're just-
funny.
No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. You said it yourself.
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from body, that would be when the blade is removed. Uh-oh.
If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding.
You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. A least Donna body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all that way? Well,
Made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible. Now the defense is ready, the court would like to hear an explanation. He shows the method by which the victim's body was carried to Hazakura Temple. I can do exactly that, Your Honor. On that snowy night, there was only one way that the body could have been moved. The snowmobile.
huh?
As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon. But it also could have been used to carry a body. Order! Order! Ah!
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave.
What do you mean?
The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one who removed the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin?
You're too late, Franziska von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation.
What?
Where was the victim, Elise Donham, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? Finally. Just what does this image mean?
Do you even need to think about that? The creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it.
Oh, the creature! Jesus, Franziska! This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. Holy shit!
Now I can see why they're siblings.
Oh my god, this case is awesome! However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point. Edgy! Thank you! We're just going to ignore the part where I called you the lowest rung of humanity? Water under the bridge! It's like Nick! Bad time.
Bad time, very
What?
bad time.
That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances. What? Worried you've lost to 2 defense attorneys now?
I am going to strangle you.
Right. Seem to have fulfilled my part in this. Just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner.
Excuse me?
There was one reason, and one alone, for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case and then pass it on to Wright. Really? That's what this is all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had Francie with me at all. Ouch!
Miles Edgeworth. I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel.
A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by. What a shame, Francie!
This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. You are an effort to all humanity. I demand satisfaction.
Oh, he's dead.
Finally.
I cannot believe the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been truth or lies? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I am counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. And with this, the rest is up to you, Wright? Court is now adjourned. Going to visit him in the hospital one more time, and then I'm going home. I'm so fucking tired. Well, I believe that is the end of our time with Miles Edgeworth. Throw up the ending soon screen. That was a lot of fun. This case, okay. I've given Phoenix Wright no end of shit, because I don't like visual novels. However, so far, with a underline and bold and italicized so far, this has been a very good case.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed being able to play as Miles. I imagine we'll be going back to Phoenix by the time we come back, and we will be back. And other than that, there's certainly a lot to think about in this case. I think we're a bit of a ways from the end. Fingers crossed we're about halfway through. So, yeah. Chat, thank you so much for joining me. Those of you watching the VOD in the future, thank you from the past. Witchy, as always, hands clasped together, thank you so much for being here to help me through this game every week.
It's a pleasure.
I am glad that there were a lot of characters you could flex with because you are very good. You are a very good voice to have.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed being able to read for Edgeworth. This case has
The
been
best
very
boy.
strong, and here's hoping that it sticks out. So, next week, Saturday, my time, at 5 p.m. EST, we will be continuing Case 5 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. And, there's a special little note that some of you might want to make a note of. Next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST, this is a solid Ted Circle Rose promise, we will not stop playing until we see the end of Yakuza 4 Remastered Legend Difficulty.
Oh my goodness.
So, I do hope some of you turn up for that. Both you in chat and Witchy, if you have the sleep, but you should definitely sleep first. So, till next time, I've been Ted Circle Rose, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!